Fuck! MAGA Republicans got my live stream access suspended, and while I'm working with TikTok to fix it, click the link in my bio and follow my backup account. I'll be streaming there throughout the day. My speaker, your voice is booming.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Let me just turn that down now. All right. So, why'd you vote for Donald Trump?
His policies.
All right, break that down for me. Do you collect Social Security? Or will you be collecting Social Security? Thank you.
I'm 70 years.
Okay, so do you collect Social Security?
Yes.
Okay, you're not going to be for long. I'm going to get a tax cut. You're going to lose your Social Security. You understand that? So Donald Trump, for example, it's not a hypothetical. They already put out the House policy. Can I explain it to you? Can I explain it to you? Let me explain
I got a question.
I want to explain this to you. I'm going to get a tax cut. I voted for Kamala to protect your Social Security. You voted for Donald Trump, and you're about to lose your own Social Security. And there's people who think this is fear-mongering. It's not. It doesn't matter. There's no reason for me to fear-monger, right? Donald Trump is going to be the president, so the election's over. No reason to fear-monger. I'm just going to tell you about the House Republican policy that they are putting forth, and you'll see exactly where the cut's going to be in your Social Security, okay? For the basis, they're going to cut out $1.5 trillion in Social Security, raise the retirement age to 70. They're debating raising it up to 78, and then they're also going to cut disability benefits. Additionally, on top of that, Donald Trump says he's going to replace the Social Security tax and the income tax with tariffs. The Social Security tax adds $1.2 trillion to Social Security, so that's gone. The $4.9 trillion that is typically added annually to Social Security comes from income tax, so that's gone. So you're losing $4.9 trillion plus $1.2 trillion plus $1.5 trillion, and Donald Trump is going to replace it with $90 billion in tariffs, which is pennies in comparison to the almost near $10 trillion you just lost. So I'm going to get a tax cut because this is going to cut my tax. But you are going to lose your Social Security. And yet I voted to protect your Social Security. You voted against your own Social Security. Why? I tried to warn you, right? I tried to help you. This is the policy that they put out. This isn't a hypothetical. House Republicans put out this budget. They're cutting it. And they have the Republican trifecta in the House and Senate and the presidency, so it will pass. So again, not a hypothetical. You're losing your Social Security. It's not fear-mongering. You're losing it, right? So why'd you vote against your own interests?
Because I don't feel that's a correct statement you just made.
It's not a hypothetical. I gave you the numbers. It came from the House. This is the House Republican Party. They own the majority. They're going to pass it. This is the budget they just put out.
Can I answer your question?
Sure. Why'd you vote against your own interests and your Social Security?
Because I don't believe the Social Security will be gone. I do believe it's going to be substituted.
It's gone.
Okay.
I'm trying to explain to you. Listen closely, and to everybody
wait
in the
a minute,
chat.
Wait, but you just...
Hold on, to you and everybody in the chat. This is an easy Google search. House Republican budget. This is their budget. It's gone. I am not trying to fearmonger. There's no point for me to do that. The election's over. I am telling you it's gone. Look up the budget. They put out the budget. I'm going to give you the numbers again. Donald Trump says
I already heard the numbers.
But apparently you need to understand the numbers and you're not. So Donald Trump says he's going to cut $4.9 trillion in income taxes. The income tax pays for Social Security. That means
what taxes are we talking about?
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Oh, Jesus.
The income tax adds $4.9 trillion to Social Security every year. Okay, he's going to cut that. Additionally, there's $2.6 trillion from individual income taxes. That's also gone. The $400 billion from corporate taxes, he's taken that out. And then for the Social Security tax, he's taking out $1.2 trillion. Then you look at the House Republican Party. They're taking $1.5 trillion out of the pot to reallocate elsewhere. Then they're going to replace all those trillions I talked about with $90 billion. $90 billion isn't even 1/10 of a trillion, but they're taking out well over $10 trillion from Social Security. So what are you left with? Nothing. So your Social Security is gone. And this isn't a hypothetical. Anybody can look this up. It's the House Republican budget. So why'd you vote for that when you collect Social Security yourself? Not trying to scare you, but you got to own up to what you just did, and I'm trying to explain to you.
I'm not scared at all, but you won't let me talk, so hey.
Can you answer?
Yeah, can I answer?
Maybe.
I believe if that's true, what you're saying, and you're saying it is, Okay, I will. But the fact is that is good. That fund is going to be replaced with other money.
Where?
Now,
from what?
well, I'm going to
You
tell you
understand that we don't put money into the pot. We only take money out of it when it comes to Social Security. That's every administration. We take out. We don't put in.
Okay. So, what taxes are you talking about that he's going to do away with?
Corporate tax, income tax, Social Security tax, individual income tax. Those are all gone. That is all for Social Security. The corporate tax adds $400 billion per year. The income tax adds $4.2 trillion per year, up to $4.9 trillion per year. Individual income tax adds another $2.6 trillion, and then the Social Security tax adds $1.2 trillion. Then you have House Republicans who are also taking out $1.5 trillion from the pot that's already empty. So with all those trillions coming out, Donald Trump says he's going to replace it with tariffs. However, to equate tariffs to those trillions you're ripping out of the pot for Social Security, you're going to have to hike up costs at the grocery store well over $1,000 per month on individualized families, and he's not going to have that happen because we're the voters of the future. So he's just going to cut your Social Security, and he's made very clear that he's more than happy to do so. The House budget is going to not only cut Social Security, but it's going to raise the retirement age so that less people qualify, and it's going to cut disability benefits. Did that make sense?
Okay. I understand what you're saying. I don't agree with it. The fact is that you're telling me that's a fact. I think there's going to be a lot of... Wait a minute. Please let me talk.
You're not understanding. There won't be a change because it's their budget. It's their budget. So what you're saying... Listen. It's their budget.
Do you have people call you up so you can just preach to them?
Listen. I'm explaining. You're about to say you think that something will change or whatever in the budget through negotiations. Nothing's going to change because they have the House, Senate, and the presidency. They already put out the budget they're going to pass, and it will pass. Right?
Everything has to be negotiated, incling the tariffs.
No, it doesn't have to be negotiated. It doesn't have to be negotiated. They have the House and Senate.
Yes, it does.
With who?
Who? With the countries we're going to put the tariff on.
Wait, hold on. That doesn't change the fact that your Social Security is getting cut, right?
No, but for you to come up with this number, of $90 billion.
I didn't come up with the number. House Republicans did.
But
the U.S. Federal Reserve and Revenue came up with these numbers. These numbers come right from the government, the U.S. government, the Federal Reserve, Federal Revenue, and from the House Republican Party.
We're going to have to see how...
You're being denial.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to get more information out of you, but you don't...
I gave you all the information. I gave you all the information.
I absorbed it all, and I take it in stride, okay?
Okay. Now, so I get a tax cut. You use your Social Security. Like, who's the real winner here? I get a tax cut. I was never going to get my Social Security anyway. We know that for a fact, right? By the time I would have gotten there, it would have been gone. So I was. Well,
that's an assumption. I wouldn't do.
No, it's not an assumption. That is statistically
Wait a minute.
proven.
I used to think that when I was in my 40s.
I know you thought
when I was 40 years old. Wait a minute. When I was.
You're saying that that's what you thought growing up. We statistically knew that you were still going to have access to Social Security. You assume that. We know that I won't because of the stats, right? Numbers are numbers. You can't change them. You're saying growing up, you thought you weren't going to have access to it. We knew that you were going to because the statistics made that clear. I know I will not because the statistics make that clear, period. I'm a numbers guy. I follow the math. So again, we know that your Social Security is about to get cut in real time. I'm going to get a tax cut. So I'm the real winner here. Why did you vote against your own interests and cut your own you cut your own Social Security? Come on. What? Unmute. Hurry up. Come on. Folks, if you like what you're hearing today, my Venmo and PayPal are in my bio. However, if you are collecting Social Security, I do not recommend supporting me. You keep your dollars. Ed, unmute. Hurry up. Oh my gosh. Ed, unmute. Hurry up. Ed, are you okay? Hello? Okay, let's move on. Folks, if you did vote for Donald Trump, join the guest request. Let's have a conversation. If you haven't already, everybody, please hit that follow button in the top left corner right now and join our little family. This is my backup account. So again, in case I ever need it, follow button's in the top left corner. Please make sure you're hitting that follow button. Hello, guest. How do I pronounce your name? Ansel?
Yes.
Gotcha. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
All right. Why?
I voted, against the Democratic Party, and I think just the lies of the past 4 years. And
okay, so now what do you have to say to veterans who are about to lose their Social Security that you just dislike the color blue, and so you voted against their Social Security? What's your message to those veterans?
well, I don't dislike the color blue.
Okay, but what's your message to those veterans?
Why are they going to lose their Social Security?
They're about to lose their Social Security, and if they're in a Republican state, like for example Florida, where they have a high homeless population among veterans, they're going to be joining that pot of homeless veterans. It's now illegal to be homeless, so you're effectively telling veterans that you're going to cut their Social Security, cut their disability, force them to be homeless, and then imprison them. What's your message to those veterans who have that to look forward to over these next 4 years?
I've never heard of that, so do you
Okay, well, I just explained it to you. So again,
yeah, but where is that coming from?
Let's do the process. Follow me on this and stop me at any point if it doesn't make sense. And chat, you do the same. Now, know that any stat I'm using here is an easy fact check. It comes from the U.S. Federal Reserve and U.S. Federal of Revenue, okay? Also, the policy is coming from the House Republican Caucus. They put out this policy yesterday. If anybody disagrees with what I'm about to say, know that you can easily look this up. Just type in House Republican Party policy for the 2024-2025 end of year and 2025 to 2026 fiscal year, okay? Simple and easy. So anybody, before you start saying you're wrong, look it up. So we're starting off with Donald Trump, who says he's going to cut the income tax, Social Security tax, and corporate tax, also individualized income taxes. Now, the income tax, right, I got it right here, adds $4.9 trillion annually in revenue to Social Security. 2.6 trillion is from individual income taxes, 400 billion from corporate taxes, Social Security tax adds another 1.2 trillion. Donald Trump is getting rid of all that. So Social Security is going to be losing out trillions of dollars. MAGA Republicans in the House, 80% have already endorsed this policy, so it will be passing as they do have the House majority, are going to cut 1.5 trillion out of Social Security, raise the retirement age to 70, possibly 75, upwards of 78, but we believe they're going to stick to 70. And they're going to cut disability benefits in its entirety. So, no more disability benefits, no more Social Security. It's just the fact. Donald Trump says he would like to replace it with tariffs, but tariffs only add 90 billion to our revenue annually. That is nothing in comparison to the 7 trillion he just took out, right? 90 billion isn't even 1/10 of a trillion. Understood? So, hopefully that made sense so far. Now, the issue is if you have a veteran who doesn't qualify for VA assistance, as tens of thousands of them don't, whether it be due to disability or whether it be due to a term requirement, whatever the case be, and I have friends who work in the VA, so this happens all the time, these veterans rely on Social Security. They no longer have it. They also no longer have disability support. So, you look at these veterans, you're effectively telling them that you're taking money out of their pocket that they paid into for years, and now you're sending them to states like Florida, for example, where they will be homeless and then prosecuted for being homeless, as it's now illegal to be homeless in Florida. So you have a veteran who became disabled during the service. You took money out of their pocket. You're screaming, we won, ha ha ha, as veterans now have to look forward to being homeless, disabled, and imprisoned. What is your message to them? And this isn't a hypothetical. To be clear, I lost the election, right? I tried to protect them. I couldn't do it. I did not win the election, so I have no reason to fearmonger. The election's over. And the stats are coming from the U.S. Federal Reserve and Federal Revenue. The policy's coming from your party, so it's going to happen as they have the House, Senate, and presidency, right? This isn't a lie. This can be easily fact-checked on Google. We don't have to act like Google has a $100 subscription fee. It's free. You could just look it up. These veterans are fucked. What is your message to them?
I don't think Donald Trump is the one behind it. Like you said, the House Republicans and Senate Republicans are. I voted for Trump and
right, and Trump said he's cutting the Social Security tax, corporate tax, and income tax. That is going to cut Social Security by over $5 trillion.
Okay.
So that is Trump. There won't be anything left. You understand that even Social Security right now, there's not a pot to take from, right? Any money that was in the Social Security fund was stripped away by administrations on both sides. It was effectively stolen. So the money that, for example, somebody is collecting right now from Social Security is actually my money that I'm paying into it. because their money was stolen, which is exactly when it becomes my time to collect, there won't be any left. So Donald Trump is saying, okay, he's going to cut my taxes so I don't have to pay for Social Security anymore, which means those who are collecting it don't have anything to collect. So what's your message to these veterans and these disabled Americans and these elderly Americans who are collecting Social Security right now, who won't be able to a year from now when this budget inevitably passes because you have the Republican trifecta? What's your message?
I guess I don't know what to say about that because
you got to say something. You can't just say fuck them. You voted for this, right? So what's your?
I would hope that our representatives.
Let me get you up here as a mod. It's not a you hope your representatives. Your representatives put out the policy to cut it. So now you gotta.
Because I didn't vote for Republican representatives.
You voted for Trump?
Down the ballot.
You voted for Trump. Okay. What's your message to the veterans and the elderly Americans and the disabled Americans who are now fucked? Again, I won here, right? You people, let's be clear. I tried voting for them. I tried voting for their freedoms. Y'all wouldn't let me. Now you're coming up and telling me, oh, Dieva, let me get you up here as a mod. You're telling me, Johnny, you're the loser. You lost out here, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm being realistic. I'm getting the tax cut. It's me who's getting the tax cut. It's elderly Americans, veterans, and disabled Americans who are going to lose Social Security so that I get the tax cut. And now I'm just being realistic with you. So saying that I lost, you're a loser, Johnny, blah, blah, blah. I won. I'm going to have more money in my pocket. What's your message to the veterans who are now going to be broke as you're taking their Social Security? You got to say something to them. This isn't a hypothetical. The policy's out.
I hope that our representatives come up with a plan for them.
They did. They did. They already endorsed it. 80% of Republicans in the House have already endorsed it. Those who didn't have their races called yet. You're winning the majority in the House, Senate, and the presidency. They're going to pass the policy. Social Security is out of the equation. I already gave you the numbers. What are you going to tell the veterans, disabled Americans, and elderly Americans as you strip away the fund that they rely on? Why won't you answer?
You keep saying you like I am.
You voted for it.
No, I voted for Trump.
You don't get to take your vote back now. If you didn't vote for Trump, none of this would have passed. Because even if you had the House and Senate, the policy would have been vetoed by Kamala Harris, as she would have recognized it's taking money out of the pocket of veterans. By voting for Trump, you signed for the pen who's going to pass the policy. So what's your message to veterans who are about to lose their disability checks and their Social Security? I gave you the numbers. I told you exactly how it's going to happen. It's not a hypothetical. House Republicans put out the policy yesterday. 80% of them have already endorsed it. So it's going to pass. So what's your message? Go ahead.
I hope we come up with a plan to protect.
This is the plan.
What they need.
They already put out the plan. They're not protecting veterans. So now what?
I don't think they're just not going to protect veterans.
Yeah, the audacity that I would say something like this. And yet again, this is the policy, right? I was shocked when I read it too. But this is their policy. They put this out. This is their plan. It's their budget for the year. So it's not a hypothetical anymore. It's not I think they're going to do this. I think they won't do this. It's their budget. They put out the budget yesterday. So this is what they're going to pass. What's your message to those who are about to lose their disability checks and their Social Security?
Like I've said before, I hope our representatives fight to not screw them.
Well, they're going to screw them. So now what?
And to give them what they need. That's my message.
That's not what's happening.
I have a message, but I don't think my message really matters.
That's not what is happening. I'm going to get a tax cut according to this budget.
It's
correct. You and I are going to get tax cuts according to this budget. Veterans are about to get fucked, and elderly Americans are about to get fucked. Disabled Americans are about to get fucked in this budget. What's your message to them?
I've said that many times.
Your message is that you hope that they don't get fucked. It doesn't matter. They're already fucked. The budget's out. This is the budget. You have the Republican trifecta. It's going to pass. So what's your message? It
hasn't passed yet.
They have the Republican House, Senate, and the presidency. It will be passing, right?
It's necessary.
This isn't a hypothetical. It's not a hypothetical.
It's going to pass.
They have the majority in every chamber. It's going to pass. This is not hypothetical. So what is your message to those you're losing? What's your message to those who are losing out and going to receive less dollars? Again, disabled Americans won't have disability checks. Veterans won't have Social Security, and neither will elderly Americans. So what is your message to them? Just that you hope that they're not screwed, but okay. So what? That's concepts of thoughts and prayers? It's not even thoughts and prayers because we already know that this is the budget, right? Concepts of thoughts and prayers.
I said I hope our representatives, the representatives that I voted for, Democrats.
You voted for Donald Trump.
Yeah, for the president, not our representatives in Congress.
It doesn't matter about the representatives in Congress because, again, the Republicans have the majority in every chamber and the presidency. If you didn't vote for Donald Trump, the Democratic candidate for President Kamala Harris would have vetoed this policy. She's not there to veto it. So you voted for it. You understand? You're saying, oh, well, I only voted for Trump, but I voted for Democrats on the congressional ticket. And I'm explaining to you, your vote on the congressional ticket was redundant. You voted for a Republican president. The Republicans can now pass this policy, and they will. They already said that they plan to do so. You don't want to accept responsibility? Is that what it is?
I don't think it's my responsibility, no.
Oh, okay. It's not your responsibility.
No.
Get out of my life. You vote for Donald Trump?
Of course I did. You can tell by my picture.
Is that your voice?
Yes. So, I came up here to tell you everything you're saying is false.
Okay, what part? The stats that are coming from the U.S. Federal Revenue, the Federal Reserve, or the policy that's coming from the House Republican caucus?
For one,
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
For
one, I come from a veteran. I come from a veteran family.
Excuse me. Did the money in the form of stats that I gave forth by the U.S. Federal Revenue and Federal Reserve, was that false? That's
Everything
coming from the government. Pardon me.
Everything you're saying is false.
Let's take it step by step. There's 3 steps. Let's take it step by step. You tell me what's false. Take it step by step. You have 3 seconds to listen or I'm moving on. Understand? Let's take it step by step. Was I wrong when I gave you the stats that came from the Federal Reserve and Revenue?
Yes.
Those stats come from the government. You're saying that's wrong?
Yes, it is wrong.
Okay, goodbye. What? The stats are coming from the U.S. Federal Reserve and the Treasury. You're saying it's wrong. That makes no sense. He's like, that's not true. Those stats are wrong. It's from the fucking Treasury Department. What are you talking about? Hello, you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I voted for Jill Stein.
Do you support Palestine?
Yeah, I was wondering.
So after Jared Kushner, after Jared Kushner levels it and turns it into condos, do you think that they're going to have a river view or a sea view?
Our country's already been taken over.
Do you think that those condos are going to have a sea view or a river view? I'm just curious. I'm looking for a good vacation spot.
Of course you are, you heartless piece of shit.
You're the one who voted against the interests of the Palestinian people. And I tried to warn you. I voted for Kamala Harris, who said that she wanted a ceasefire and 2-state solution. You voted for Jill Stein, which is a vote for Donald Trump. And we know that because we just saw the vote tally. No, it was. And yet you decided to vote for Donald Trump through your vote for Jill Stein, which quite literally is about to dehome and do away with the Palestinian people. So my question to you is this. Again, once Jared Kushner builds his condos and Donald Trump levels Palestine, do you think that the condos he builds will have a river view or a sea view? Go ahead. Sea view or river view?
Our country's already been taken over by this.
You vote for Trump?
Yeah. So, a question. Where?
No, I get the first question. That's called life. So again, tell me now. Why would you vote for? You don't get to ask me the first question. Let's move on. There's a lot of people in the guest request. If you think that I have time to play, I don't. Let me get up the next guest. I'm like, I get the first question. If you're going to just keep talking over me, I'm just going to move on. There's a lot of people in the guest request. Like, hello, you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
All right. Why so?
Why so? I like his immigration policies and his monetary policies.
What's his immigration policy?
Get him out.
What?
Get him out.
Okay, but that doesn't help you. Look at Florida, for example. Florida, 40% of the workforce. Excuse me, 40% of the workforce.
I don't live in Florida. Excuse me.
May I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, 40% of the workforce in Florida, a Republican state, relies on agriculture, and they are undocumented migrants. You look at Ron DeSantis, who signed a policy to prosecute those
That's
who
not
employed.
40%.
My goodness
Okay, go ahead.
gracious. Let me speak. 40% of the agricultural workforce is made up as it's undocumented migrants. Understood? That's easily fact checked me on it, right? Just go fact check me. I don't care. 40% undocumented migrants. Ron DeSantis signed the bill that undocumented migrants would be kicked out of his state. This has led to an agricultural crisis on manufacturing and produce. He has lost $13 billion in his annual GDP. 40% of farmers are no longer within his state. Agriculture is suffering. So Democrats said, okay, we'll help you. We'll help you, right? We'll provide a pathway to citizenship for those undocumented migrants so that you don't lose out. They presented the Farm Workforce Modernization Act. Ron DeSantis blocked it. So he lost 40% of farmers. He lost 13 and rising $1 billion every year since. You want to do that nationally. Okay, so what's your message to farmers? This would cut $3 trillion alone? Like, what's your message to them, right? Because again, you're telling farmers you're going to take their workforce, and then you're not giving them a sort of solution here, right? You're creating a problem and not a solution. One more time, and let me explain. In Florida,
oh shit! Hurry up,
agriculture is made up of 40% undocumented migrants, and you're taking them out of the equation. Crime war, okay? 40% of the agricultural workforce, you're cutting it, and then you're losing $13 billion in Florida alone. How are you going to fix that? Go ahead. How are you going to fix it? You're not even bringing them back as documented. You're not even bringing them back as documented migrants. You blocked the Farm Workforce Modernization Act that would have done that. So what's your message? Hey, peasant, shut up. I'm speaking. So what is your message? Hey, what is your message to farmers? Hurry up. Go ahead.
You've asked 50 questions.
Excuse me. Did I stutter? Answer the question. What's your message to farmers that you just screwed over? Hurry up.
You just asked me 50 questions. Which one?
No, I asked you one question. What's your message to farmers? Hurry up.
My message to the farmers is there's already an unemployment rate in the United States with United States citizens that can fill those jobs.
No, there's not. Americans don't want to do those jobs. No, there's not.
Yes.
Farming is a labor-intensive sport.
Yes.
Are you a farmer?
Yes.
Are you a farmer?
Yes. There's an unemployment rate.
You're not a farmer. Are you a farmer? Are you a farmer?
There is an unemployment rate.
Are you a farmer?
What is the unemployment rate?
Are you a farmer?
How many
are you a farmer?
How many
unemployed
Americans are there?
Are you a farmer? You're
Yes.
not a farmer.
Yes, I'm a farmer.
You're not a farmer.
Yes.
And let's recognize this. People don't want to do that work in America. That's why undocumented migrants do it. Farmers who do exist in America are typically generational. Okay, let's move on. He's just crying. Farmers in America are typically generational or undocumented migrants because Americans don't want to do that labor-intensive work. That is the fact. Whoa! Hey! Oh my gosh. Whoa. Thank you so much for the love. That is beyond kind.
Congrats, my man.
Thank you so much for the love. That is beyond kind. Thank you. Wow. Whew, I'm going to clip that later. Oh, that's going in my memory book. Anyway,
That's a good one.
You vote for Trump?
Oh, I'm not an idiot. I've been walls. I have a daughter. I want her to grow up, not being harassed, not being someone's property. I'm good.
I appreciate
my
it, man.
kids are my future, and I don't want to pay $30 for a bag of apples. I don't want to. People are not going to realize. I mean, I'm being a little hyperbolic, but I mean, it's not unreasonable to see that we're going to end up paying $10-12 a pound for beef.
Yeah.
I mean,
man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for voting for your kids, man.
Hey, have a good one, my man.
You too. Folks, if you haven't already, hit that follow button in the top left corner right now. This is my backup account, but just in case we ever do need it, I want to say a massive thank you again for the TikTok universe. That was beyond kind. I'm actually speechless, and I can feel my asthma acting up, so I'm going to need to grab my inhaler in a moment. That one caused my asthma. That's insane. Thank you for the galaxy, Lisa. My asthma is like through the roof. That's crazy. That was so kind. My gosh. Trying to get up our next guest here. Okay, they're not coming up. Folks, if you did vote for Donald Trump, join the guest request. Let's have a conversation. Hey, you vote for Trump?
Sorry, your favorite genocidal girl boss didn't win.
You vote for Trump?
Nope.
Okay, so let me better understand this. You're saying that Kamala Harris didn't win, who wanted a ceasefire and a two-state solution, but you voted, or didn't vote, you protest voted, which gave you Donald Trump. And Donald Trump quite literally is going to level Palestine, turn it to glass, and then build condos. At least with Kamala Harris, you could have, one, pressured her if you didn't like what she was doing, and two, you would have recognized there'd be a two-state solution and ceasefire. What is your message to the Palestinian people? Excuse me. What is your message to, what is the message that you have to the Palestinian people who quite literally have nothing but to look forward to being leveled and turned into condos?
Already living.
Do you think that the condos are going to have a river view or a sea view? I'm excited, honestly. I look forward to the housing shares. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be like a lot of free space. I mean, Jared Kushner. I mean, you got to start calling it Ivanka at this point, right?
Title girl boss.
So anyway, can you hurry up and just respond?
The race.
What's your message to the Palestinian people?
Their favorite genocidal girl boss. Yours.
Their
she
favorite.
Lost the race.
Excuse me. What is your message to the Palestinian people?
Free Palestine.
That's your message? There's not going to be a Palestine to free now. You understand?
They're already talking about...
You understand? It's going to be Ivanka Stein.
She's married to a Zionist.
Okay, let's move on. Like, ma'am, you voted against the interests of the Palestinian people. Own that, right? At least with Kamala, they would have had a two-state solution and a ceasefire. Donald Trump's going to give you Ivanka Stein. Jared Kushner already has plans for condos. Again, I'm just curious if it's going to have a river view or a sea view. But you won't even respond. Anyway, hi. You vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm just curious, how do you think he'll destroy our economy?
Didn't you just tell me why you voted for Donald Trump, and then we can speak on the economy?
I want to figure out why.
Can you just respond first, and then, we can talk about the economy?
People like you, obviously.
Okay, let's move on. Like, I don't think people... again, I get the first question. If you think I don't get the first question, we won't continue speaking. That's called life. That's life. You requested to join my live stream. Like, I get the first question. That's life. Hi, you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Why so?
Because he's just the better pick.
That doesn't make any sense. In what sense?
Oh my God, Kamala changed her position on every
still can't pronounce her
issue
name.
there is.
That's not true. Let's talk about the economy.
Kamala.
What's your message to those who collect Social Security but are about to lose their benefits, including
They're not going
veterans?
to lose their benefits, but we
Sure
got
they are.
Elon
It's part of
Musk
the policy.
We got. I know.
Excuse you. They are about to lose their benefits, right? We can look at the budget policy on its own. It's going to cut $4.9 trillion from income taxes, right? So I'm going to get a tax cut so that I don't have to pay for Social Security for somebody else. You have 1.2 trillion coming out of Social Security taxes, 400 coming out of corporate income taxes, 2.6 trillion coming out of income taxes, 4.9 trillion collectively. You also have the Republican Party that said 1.5 trillion is going to come out of Social Security. They're going to raise the retirement age to 70, possibly 75, hypothetically 78, but we believe they're only going to raise it to 70 if they're feeling nice. And then additionally, they're cutting disability benefits in its entirety. So for a veteran, let's say, that is relying on Social Security and disability benefits because they're disabled, what is your message to them? This isn't a hypothetical. The stats come from the U.S. Federal Reserve and the U.S. Federal Revenue. The policy has already been endorsed by 80% of Congress. You have the Republican trifecta, so they are going to pass it. This is going to lead to Social Security being cut in its entirety. What is your message to those collecting Social Security who are about to lose it? I'm going to get a tax cut. They're going to lose Social Security as a replacement for my tax cut. You understand?
I am a veteran.
Okay, congrats. So the stats
and the message to myself.
The stats.
Are you going to let me answer
your... for you? I don't need your message to yourself. I don't care about you. I care about the thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people who are about to lose Social Security. Ken, right? What's your message to them? Go ahead. Hurry up. Unmute. Why is that not working? Unmute? Hello? Maybe 3 times? Hello? I think it's broken. I think he's broken. So again, the stats are coming from the U.S. Federal Reserve and the U.S. Federal Revenue. If you want to Google this right now, totally fine. Again, The stats, U.S. Federal Reserve, U.S. Federal Revenue. That is where the stats come from. The budget is the House Republican budget. I wish I could, but I guess I have to. So tell me again, what's your message to those who are about to lose Social Security?
God, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Should we hocus pocus?
Hello?
All right, on the count of three, everybody. 3, 2, 1.
Hello?
Hocus pocus, poof, and he's gone. Let's get up our next guest. Folks, if you voted for Donald Trump, join the guest request. Let's have a conversation. If you voted for Kamala Harris, please do hit that like button, hit the share button. Help us get to 200,000 likes. We are almost there. If you haven't already, hit that follow button in the top left corner. Join our little family. We do these conversations all the time. Let's get up our next guest. That's beyond crazy. It's a little early to be sundowning right now. If you voted for Kamala, Kamala would have protected the medications that he would have needed, to protect him from sundowning. But hey, also my Venmo, PayPal are in my chat. I want to say a massive thank you to Tara. Tara, I'll follow you on my main account right after. Folks who are supporting me in my Venmo and PayPal, please write your username as well if you're supporting me on Venmo, PayPal, so that I can follow you after this, because I want to make sure I'm following you if you're supporting me like that. Thank you so much again. Fragrance, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump? 3, 2, 1. All right. Oh, they're not coming up. Moving on to the next. John, hello. You vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Gotcha. Why? Do you hate America?
No, I actually don't hate America.
You just hate women?
No, not true at all. Actually,
you hate veterans?
Am I going to be able to speak, or are you going to cut me off every time?
Yeah, no. Who do you hate? Social Security. What do you hate?
I'm curious if you're going to let me speak, or if you're just going to say.
Can you just hurry up and respond?
No, I don't hate anybody, unlike you. All right?
Well, you voted against veterans, those who collect Social Security. You voted against the rights of women.
Are you interested in understanding why I did that, or are you interested in trying to? Okay, so you don't really want to debate.
So anyway, why did you vote for Donald Trump?
Okay, yeah, so that's what I was trying to answer.
Can you hurry up?
Yes, that's what I was trying to answer.
Can you just hurry up?
Cut me off.
Can you just hurry up?
You're cutting me off right now.
Can you just answer the question?
Very dishonest person.
I
voted for Donald Trump. I voted for Donald Trump.
Whenever you're ready.
The biggest issue in America
is that you voted for Donald Trump. I agree, that is a big issue.
And
so tell me again, you're saying because of censorship, but you want to speak on the Second Amendment, sir. Let's recognize Donald Trump violated the Second Amendment. During his first term, he implemented a bump stock ban. That was overturned in June of this year by his own Supreme Court, marking him as the first president to have violated the Constitution in modern history, and more ironically, the Second Amendment. So don't say that you want to support the Second Amendment. I'm a Second Amendment Democrat.
Educate me. What is the bump stock ban?
It's a modification to a firearm, and that modification was banned via Donald Trump's executive order. This was unconstitutional. You can't modify or ban a modification to the Second Amendment. So again,
let me ask a question.
Stop. Stop.
Who
said stop? You said that you voted for Donald Trump in part because of the Second Amendment. Donald Trump is the only candidate in this race who had violated the Second Amendment. Okay? It was overturned by his own Supreme Court. Amy Coney Barrett wrote the introduction on the dismissal of the policy. They marked him as a constitutional violator. So don't talk about the Second Amendment.
All right,
let's get back into it. Can you tell me, pardon me, can you tell me why you voted against Social Security benefits for those who are collecting as we speak? Because the Republican budget was put out, and it's going to cut Social Security in its entirety.
This is the only thing. Wait, bro, can you let me respond to the other point you made, or am I not allowed? So am I not allowed to respond?
Can you just hurry up and respond to this?
Can I respond to the Second Amendment thing?
The Second Amendment thing? You voted for the candidate who violated it.
Yeah,
if you don't agree, look it up.
Can I respond to it?
No. Can you tell me about Social Security?
So I can't respond to it, so this isn't really a debate?
Listen very closely. Your candidate signed a bump stock ban by executive order. He should have went through Congress, but he didn't. It was overturned in June of this year by his own Supreme Court. It was marked unconstitutional. You're telling me you're voting based off of the Second Amendment, but your candidate violated the Second Amendment. And if you're going to bring up Kamala and say, well, Kamala would have done this with the Second Amendment or done that, that's redundant. Kamala's not going to be president. So I don't even need to argue what you think or do or don't think when it comes to Kamala, right? She It's redundant. So you obviously didn't vote in favor of the Second Amendment because your candidate violated the Second Amendment. So now let's talk about something that is actually going to impact Americans across the board, that being Social Security. Your candidate, Donald Trump, said that he's going to cut Social Security, and you said he wasn't going to do it, but the House Republican budget was put out, and it has trillions of dollars in cuts on Social Security, 1.5 from the pot, and then it has 400 billion in corporate tax cuts, which is going to cut from Social Security. 4.9 trillion in total annual revenue. Of this, 2.6 trillion comes from individual income taxes, 1.2 trillion from Social Security taxes. So Social Security's out. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. I'm going to get a tax cut though. So thanks. I'm going to get a tax cut so that I don't have to pay for Social Security. So thanks. How about those who are collecting Social Security? What is your message to them? Because Donald Trump's about to cut their Social Security.
All right, so yeah, you just cut me off and yapped for about like
Can you hurry up and
4
respond?
minutes. Can you give me?
Can you just
like,
respond to the
generous
Social Security
45
claim?
seconds?
Yeah,
Are you
on
gonna give
Social
me,
Security. Hurry up, go.
So you're gonna give me
Hurry
like
up,
a generous
Social Security,
45
go.
seconds?
Go.
Okay, it's very dishonest the way you didn't let me respond to this.
Okay, we're gonna move on. He's not gonna respond. Can somebody come up here and talk about the? Like, I get that you don't want to. You got to talk about the Social Security issue, right? You got to talk about it. You can't just say you're not going to own up to it. This has been 3 people in a row. Hey, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hell no.
Thank you for coming up. If you voted for Donald Trump and you're actually willing to talk about something that's going to impact all Americans instead of your personal feelings, if you voted for Donald Trump, come up and do that, right? I don't need to hear your feelings. Like, fuck your feelings, right? Snowflakes. I need to hear about this issue and how it's going to affect Americans. I know that sucks and you don't want to talk about it, but the House budget was put out. It takes from Social Security. Donald Trump's budget was put out. It takes from Social Security. You got to own up to that. Willie, thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. Willie, if you will write your username on that Venmo, I'll follow you right after this. I appreciate it, Willie. Thank you. Right? More than happy to listen to you talk so long as it's on the subject. Yeah? I know you don't like that. You'd rather talk about Kamala, but Kamala's no longer running, right? Kamala's not going to be president. So now you got to talk about what you're doing to Americans across the board. Let's start with the fact that you were defunding their Social Security. Not a hypothetical, it's in the policy. The House budget was just put forth. Hello, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Gotcha. Why do you hate America?
I don't.
Oh, you just hate veterans? Anyway, talk to me about Social Security. You're defunding it. What are you going to do?
I don't hate veterans. Actually, we're not defunding Social Security. He's gonna stop having Social Security taxed. That's what he said.
Right. That's defunding Social Security. Let me explain how. Okay, so $4.9 trillion. I have the numbers here. It's coming from the U.S. federal revenue with the backing from the U.S. Federal Reserve. They endorse this. These are the stats put forth by the U.S. federal government and also endorsed by the House Republican caucus. So if you disagree with the stat, go talk to Mike Johnson. 4.9 trillion in total revenue is being funded into Social Security. Of this, 2.6 trillion comes from individual income taxes, 400 billion comes from corporate income taxes, 1.2 trillion from Social Security taxes. All of these are getting cut in Donald Trump's economic policy. So that is trillions, $5 trillion getting pulled out of Social Security. House Republicans are pulling out the rest of it, 1.5 trillion. That leaves nothing in the pot, and I'm going to get the tax cut. So if you're collecting Social Security, I get a tax cut so that you lose your Social Security. Again, I'm going to repeat that. If you're collecting Social Security according to the plan put forth, the budget put forth by House Republicans yesterday and endorsed by 80% of them, so it's going to pass. And according to the stats, I get a tax cut, you lose your Social Security, so I get a tax cut. What is your message to those who are collecting Social Security? For example, if you have a disabled veteran, they collect through Social Security. They're not going to get that money anymore. They're also not going to get disability benefits. So what is your message to that veteran?
Yes, they will get them. They're just
no,
not
they won't.
Pay.
It's not in the budget. It's not in the budget.
Why don't
it's a
you
cut.
let somebody else talk? You know,
you're lying. You're lying. I'm not asking you if you think it's going to get cut. I'm telling you it's getting cut. I'm not asking you if you think it's getting cut.
You have two heads.
Shut your mouth or I'll shut it for you. The fact of the matter is I'm not asking you if you think it's going to get cut. The House Republican budget is out. It is getting cut. You understand me? So tell me, not that you don't think it's getting cut, tell me, what's your message to those who are collecting Social Security now that you know it will be cut?
It's not going to be cut.
It is getting cut. It's in the budget.
Misinformation.
They're cutting it in the budget.
Misinformation.
That's not true.
Typical left.
It's the House budget. It's the House budget. It's the House Republican budget. You can't just lie. Why are you lying? Look up the House Republican budget. Do it now. Go. Hurry up. Fly, birdie, fly. Get me the budget. Hurry up. Shoo. Go. Come on. Unmute. Go get the budget. Hello. Hurry up. Fly. Get the budget. Let's go. You said it was a lie. That's the budget. They put it out yesterday. Go look. Hurry up. Unmute. Tell me you're going to go look and go look. Come on. Come on. Come on, Snowflake. Fly away. Let's go. Get the budget.
Snowflake.
Hey, Snowflake. Get me the budget. Hurry up.
You're just upset.
Get the budget.
Your DEI
All right, let's move on.
lost.
Your candidate's the DEI candidate. You understand that during Donald Trump's first term, right? Because of the fact that he lost the popular vote but then won the electoral vote, he was put into office based off of a DEI minority wins over the majority policy. Let's move on. Like, what? She just said that Kamala's a DEI candidate. What are you even talking about? You understand that Donald Trump, by textbook definition in 2016, was a DEI candidate, right? You understand? Because he was the minority, and yet he overwhelmed the majority due to the electoral college system. Anyway, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
You may get a tax cut, but you'll make it up in tariffs. And my people will now die by the hands of the police. So thank you all for fucking us over.
Correct. And she's right. And see, this is the issue here. The fact of the matter is, tariffs are going to go up. Social Security is going to get cut in its entirety. I'm going to get a tax cut that's going to be increased at the grocery cost, so I'm going to lose out, as well as everybody. The only person who's going to succeed in Donald Trump's economy, who's going to make out in Donald Trump's economy, are billionaires. That is it. Did you vote for Donald Trump? 3, 2, 1. All right, let's move on. I like how I'm explaining, hey, this is the budget, right? Like, this is the budget that House Republicans just put out. And they're like, you're lying. It's the budget. It's the budget that they put out. What do you mean I'm lying? Look it up. You act like Google was $100 subscription free. It's free. Look it up.
Hey, I didn't vote for Donald Trump, but I am a teacher, and he's going to be cut.
Folks, if you voted for Donald Trump, join the guest request. Let's have a conversation about it.
What's up, man?
You vote for Donald Trump?
Fuck no.
W's in the chat. Guys, I appreciate everybody who didn't vote for Donald Trump. Thank you for fighting for America. But I'm using this platform right now to hold these Trump supporters accountable so that they have to answer for what Donald Trump is planning to do. We now have his budget. So we know it's going to cut Social Security, and I want to know what they're going to do for those who are collecting Social Security. John, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you going to do after you defund the pot of Social Security?
The Social Security isn't getting defunded.
It is. House Republicans said they're defunding it.
It is not.
It is.
It is.
It's in their budget. Have you read the House Republican budget? Have you read? Excuse me. Excuse me. Have you read? Hey, calm down, big guy. Did you read the House Republican budget?
You're just triggered. That's what.
Can you just answer?
Yes.
Okay. There are $4.9 trillion in cuts to Social Security from Donald Trump's policy, and then the House Republican budget cuts an additional $1.5 trillion, replaces it with $90 billion in tariffs, which isn't even 1/10 of $1 trillion. This comes from the U.S. Federal Reserve, so the stats are facts, and the policy comes from House Republicans, and they're going to pass it. So you tell me, what is your message to those who are collecting Social Security who won't have access to it in about 1 year from now? Go ahead.
Biden raised tariffs by 30%.
Just answer the question.
Just quit being
Answer the question.
Quit.
You don't got a sundown. Answer the question.
Why don't you answer the question?
Dude, take your medication that Kamala paid for. Do whatever you got to do so that you could stop sundowning and then answer the question. Oh my gosh.
Take your medication.
Okay, he's got music going on now. You got to calm down. My gosh. I'm really just looking for one Trumper who can tell me what they're going to do for those who are about to lose out on Social Security, and none of them will tell me. Thank you so much for the galaxy. I appreciate the love, Jason. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hi, I'm from the UK. So,
hold on. I got a box of tea with the Boston Harbor's name on it. Let me get up the next guest. All right, this one ain't coming up. I feel like people think I think people are expecting me to be nice. Like, I'm not a nice guy, sorry. I feel like anybody who knows me knows that. I don't choose kindness. That's not how my mama raised me. Hey, did you vote for Donald Trump? And they ran away. Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate the love, folks. Thank you for the flower. That was gorgeous. It was giving Beauty and the Beast. I like it. Hello.
Yo, cocksucker. Yo, cocksucker. Yo, cocksucker boy.
I ain't interested. But the closet is glass. Like, I think that was his weird way of trying to ask me out. Not interested. I don't even care what you look like, but you got to have at least an inkling of intelligence, and you clearly lack that. Jake, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Of course.
Okay. So what's your message to those who, according to the new budget being put out, who are about to lose out on their Social Security benefits and disability benefits? Can you hurry up?
More concerned.
Can you just hurry up and respond to that? Yeah, the Social Security benefits getting cut. I'm also concerned about that. So to those who are about to lose their Social Security, what's your message to them?
I'm more concerned that he's Hitler, man.
You're not.
We got to go to DC and get him out of office. He's Hitler now. We got to get
said you voted for Trump.
I did.
Okay.
But I'm a Nazi. Right? We got to get him out of.
My gosh. That's your average MAGA Republicans. Y'all see? That's what you MAGA Republicans voted with. And then you ask us to unify. MAGA Trumpers are like, unify with us. Yeah, okay. I don't unify with that. Hey, you voted for Donald Trump?
No, sir.
Did.
Randy, did you vote for Donald Trump?
I sure did.
Gotcha. Do you agree with what the last guy just said? You're proud to have voted with that?
With the Nazi dude?
Yep. You're proud to vote with that?
I think you should have let him talk, man.
You're proud to vote with that? Do you think he wants you? Do you think he likes you?
No, he a Nazi. I'm a black dude.
And that's what you voted with.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
It's giving roaches for raid, man. So help me better understand this. And let's talk about Social Security because this is important. You have House Republicans who just put out their budget, and you have Donald Trump who is going to cut $4.9 trillion from Social Security.
Okay.
$1.2 trillion in Social Security benefits are getting cut. An additional $400 billion on top of that coming out of corporate income taxes for Social Security. That's getting cut away too. And then $2.6 trillion in individual income taxes. That's also getting cut. This is all money coming out of Social Security. On top of an additional $1.5 trillion. And they're also cutting disability benefits entirely. So can you tell me, to those who are collecting Social Security or disability benefits, what are you going to do to support them now that they don't have money in their pocket?
If you sure you're going to let me answer? This is my answer. We don't care. We want our money now. We don't care. See,
what?
We don't care.
Your message to the people collecting Social Security is that you don't care. You're taking away their Social Security. Hey, to everybody collecting Social Security who voted for Trump, this is the point. They don't care about you.
Yeah,
Lisa, thank you for the core wreath. So your message was you don't care. Wow. You didn't even hesitate. You said that with your full chest.
I sure did.
So let me get this right. Let me get this right. Why did you lie to the people who are collecting Social Security during the campaign? You now know it's getting cut. Y'all told them you weren't going to cut it, so they voted for your candidate. Why did you lie to them? Was it just a voting block for you?
We didn't lie to anybody.
You did. You said
No,
you weren't
we
going to
didn't.
cut their Social Security. It's in the budget. You're cutting it completely. There will be
No.
nothing left. And it's also that I can get a tax cut, which thanks, I guess. But help me understand. Why did you lie to those who are collecting Social Security?
See,
Why did you lie to them? You said you weren't going to cut it. They voted
Why did
for
I
your
lie?
candidate, and now
Why
they're
did
not
I
getting
lie?
it.
Why
Yeah.
did I lie?
Your
This is
party,
what you
you. Why?
Listen.
Hurry up.
Yeah. I
Answer,
didn't lie
hurry
to
up.
anybody.
Hurry
I
up.
voted for
Hurry
Donald
up.
Trump.
Answer.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Your
don't let
candidate's
nobody
cutting
talk.
Social
You don't
Security.
let nobody talk. Let
Your
me talk,
candidate.
bro.
Your
'Cause
candidate's
you wanna-
cutting
you wanna-
Social Security. Your candidate's cutting Social Security. I asked you to tell me what your solution is, and you said you don't care that he's cutting it. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You don't care about the veterans who are collecting disability benefits? You don't care that you're taking it away? You don't care? This is the House Republican budget. This isn't a hypothetical. They released the budget. This is what they're doing. Can you respond? Hurry up. Come on, unmute. Stop muting yourself. Unmute and respond. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. What is your message? I need my inhaler. Where's my Asmaniacs at? W Asma in the chat, please. Where's your answer, Randy? Unmute. You just said you don't care that people are about to lose their Social Security. You said that you're happy they're about to lose it. Why are you happy they're about to lose it?
Stop muting my mic and quit
I'm not
over-talking
muting
me. Let me
you.
talk.
You muted yourself. Respond. Let's go. Hurry up.
Okay, we don't care. Stop manipulating the situation.
Exactly.
It's people
you
like
don't
you
care.
like Trump
You
won.
don't care. Why do you
Yeah,
not
it's
care
people
that
like
people
you.
who are collecting
Oh,
Social
yeah,
Security are about to
overtalk me.
lose it?
Yeah,
You just said
overtalk
you
me.
don't care.
Yeah,
Why do you
yeah,
not
that's
care
what-
about that?
And that's you. People like you is why.
Why do you
Trump
not
won.
care about
Stop
that?
being manipulative.
Why
Stop
do
being
you not care
manipulative.
about that?
Let people talk, bro.
Why do you not
Stop
care
being
about it?
manipulative, man.
Hey,
It's obviously you gay.
you just said that you know Social Security is
Yeah.
getting cut. It's in
We
the
ain't
budget,
thinking about no Social
and the
Security,
Treasury
dog.
Department says it. The Treasury Department, Federal Reserve, and Federal Revenue says it's getting cut entirely because of the House Republican budget. And I gave you the stats provided by House Republicans and the Treasury Department and the Federal Reserve. You understand that it is getting cut, and your response was you don't care that it's getting cut. That is evil. That is so fucked up. It's beyond comprehension. Can you respond to why you do not care about that,
Stop
though?
muting my mic,
Why do you
bro.
not care about it?
This dude, man, you funny, bro.
Why do you not care about it? Let me hear you out. Hurry
Stop
up.
muting
Speak.
my mic. I've been trying to tell you. You keep muting my mic.
Speak. Why do you not care about it? Hey, why do you not care about it?
Yeah.
Why do you not care about that?
Every time I start going, you mute my
Why
mic.
do you not care about it getting cut?
Yeah, the same reason why they were sending money over to Ukraine and all these other people.
What are you doing? Sundowning? Just
they couldn't even do
respond.
nothing for FEMA.
Why
They
do
couldn't
you
do
not
nothing for FEMA.
care about Social
Biden and
Security
they
getting
took
cut?
all our money. They took all our money.
Oh my gosh.
You don't care about no. You really think he gonna cut?
What are
Social
you
Security?
doing? Just answer the question.
You really think he gonna
answer the question? You said you
you-
don't care that Social Security is getting cut. You said
It's
you
not getting
recognize
cut.
it is
It's
getting
not
cut.
getting
I gave
cut.
you the
It's not
stats.
getting
It's getting
cut.
cut. I
But
gave
we
you the
don't
stats.
care.
I gave you the stats. I gave you the House budget. It's
Yeah,
getting
you
cut.
don't talk people.
So
That's
tell me, why do you not care that it's getting cut?
It's not getting cut.
It
You
is.
don't know what
House
you're talking
Republicans
about.
said it's getting cut. They gave us the
No,
budget.
when
It's
did
getting
they
cut.
say that? You don't know what you're
It's in
talking
the
about.
budget.
I
Look
just
it up.
looked
Go
it
look it up. Go look it up.
I did
Go.
look it up. It's
Go.
not even in
Get me
there.
the numbers.
They have
Go.
not released
Go.
their budget yet,
Hey,
bro.
numbers. Go. Shoot fly. Get them.
Yeah,
Hurry up.
he haven't released his budget yet.
Hurry up. Hurry up. Go give me the source.
Yeah.
Come on. Go. Shoot
And that's
fly.
the reason why Trump
Shoo,
won.
get the
reason why you don't-
source.
That's the reason why you
Get
don't
the
TikTok
source.
crying, man.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
move on. Bye.
Yeah.
You're not gonna respond? Guys, you can't just come up here and say the source is wrong. The House budget by the Republican Party, who has the House majority, is what I'm putting forth. And the stats are coming right from the U.S. Federal Reserve and the Treasury Department. If you disagree, just Google it. It's not hard, right? Right? Okay, anyway. Trying to get up our next guest. If you voted for Donald Trump, join the guest request. Let's have a conversation. Do we have any mods on, by the way? I am here to upset all of the Trumpers. If you see any Trumpers in the comment section speaking, let's silence their freedom of speech. Please mute them. Let's censorship. Hello. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I'm a black man.
Okay, so why do you hate America?
No, I love America.
You hate America because?
I love our country.
Okay, apparently not. So can you tell me again, why did you vote against Social Security, right? You know it's about to get defunded, so why?
No, I'm not interested in Social Security.
Oh, you don't care that it's getting defunded. Okay. So what's your message to the people who are collecting Social Security? What's your message to them?
What's your message to people in Palestine?
Can you just hurry up? Oh, I'm sorry. You care about Palestine?
Of course I do, yeah.
So let me get this right. You voted against the candidate who said ceasefire, two-state solution, and for Donald Trump, who son-in-law said he was going to level the area, turn it into condos. And speaking of, do you think that Jared Kushner's condos, you can Google this, do you think that Jared Kushner's condos, do you think that they're going to have a sea view or a river view?
So
I'm interested. Excuse me, I'm interested.
I want you to answer that.
Excuse me. Can you just respond? Do you think that the condos that Jared Kushner is going to build in Ivanka Stein are going to be a sea view or river view?
Kamala Harris was against Palestine.
Excuse me, you're not responding. Sea view or river view?
Why are you forcing me to answer one or two questions?
You're just not answering a single question. Can you just tell me sea view or river view? I mean, you voted for Donald Trump. Donald Trump said he's going to level it. So Kamala said she wanted a ceasefire, and now that's out of the equation because Donald Trump doesn't support the ceasefire. He supports a one-state solution, and that state being Israel. Netanyahu recognizes this. So tell me,
a woman that code switches.
Excuse me.
She's
right, I get it. Listen, we're past this. You didn't vote for her. She's out of the equation. Diana, you have mod powers now. Go nuts. So again, tell me, you voted for Ivanka Stein. You voted for Palestine to be leveled. Can you tell me, do you think that Jared Kushner's condos are going to have a sea view or a river view? Right?
What are you talking about?
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you?
You voted for Donald Trump, and Donald Trump said he's going to level Palestine. He believes in a one-state solution. Kamala said two-state solution, ceasefire. You voted against that, so now we got to move on and recognize the reality. And I'm sure that the Palestinian people will thank you for your protest vote as they get leveled. But
Yeah,
you tell me
protesting.
again, when Palestine becomes Ivanka Stein and those condos that Jared Kushner is, to be clear, this isn't a hypothetical. Jared Kushner said he wants to build condos there. These words came out of his mouth and that he's looking into it because he says it's going to be cheap land. So tell me again, when these condos are built, do you think that they're going to have a sea view or river view?
Bro, why are you disrespecting
What's your thought?
Palestinian people?
No, you disrespected them. I voted for the ceasefire. You voted for the one-state solution. Who disrespected the Palestinian people?
You are.
The guy who voted for the ceasefire and two-state solution, or you who voted for Donald Trump who says one-state solution and Ivanka Stein?
So you think Kamala Harris and Tim Walz?
Excuse me. I don't care about Kamala and Tim Walz anymore because they're not running anymore. The election's over. So you voted for Donald Trump who said one-state solution. Now we have to recognize the reality. I voted for the ceasefire and two-state solution. You voted for a one-state solution. And we know that Netanyahu is ready to level the playing field, level the entire battlefield. He's made that very clear. He's working on it now.
Okay, you're not.
What is
your
message? What is your message to the Palestinian people? Do you think that they're going to thank you for your vote against the ceasefire and two-state solution? Do you think that they're going to thank you as they get leveled under Donald Trump's presidency? The guy who's advocating for a one-state solution?
That's what you think, I guess. That's what
this isn't how we think.
I don't agree with
you
that.
know his website's still up. You could just look on his website. You know that? DonaldJTrump.com. This isn't what I think. This is his policy.
Lying, bro. You're literally lying.
Nope.
You're not being
You
genuine.
don't like the fact. You protest voted because you were cutting off your own nose to spite your own face. The fact of the matter is, you should have voted for Kamala and you didn't. You protest voted. You cost us the election and now you get to deal with the consequences of it. Palestine will cease to exist. Palestinians will be leveled in its entirety and there will be condos built with either a river or sea view. And I didn't vote for that. You did. I voted for the ceasefire. I voted for the two-state solution. I voted for the hostage release deal. You voted for the one-state solution, and that one state is going to be Israel. Donald Trump has made that very clear. If you don't like the words coming out of your mouth or my mouth, get over it. This isn't a lie. This isn't a lie.
You said I'm responsible for Trump winning. That's what
you said. You voted for Trump. You said you protest voted. Yeah.
I'm from a blue state, so I'm not responsible.
My goodness gracious. What's your message to the Palestinian people? Do you think that they're going to be happy with your protest vote as they get leveled?
They don't like
as they get leveled?
They will.
Okay. You spent more time protesting Kamala Harris than you did Donald Trump when she was saying ceasefire, two-state solution, and Donald Trump was saying one-state solution, no ceasefire. He told Netanyahu to finish them. He just put out a statement telling Netanyahu to do whatever it takes to finish them. You understand?
Okay, so you think any American leader is
for.
Against Israel?
That is what you voted for.
No, I'm asking you now.
I voted for the ceasefire.
You think
you voted
American
for the
leader
leveling
is against
of
Israel?
Palestine?
That's what you think.
Listen, you may be confused here. So we can get past all this. I'm just curious, when it's leveled, and it will be, and those condos are built, do you think they will have a river or sea view? I'm just curious. Can you tell me?
I guess you really want me to answer that question, don't you?
I really do.
Like,
Because that's the reality we're living in now, isn't
question.
it?
You want me to say either a river view or
river or sea view, yeah.
You want me to say one or the other?
I mean, you guys said river to the sea, right? So is it a river view or a sea view on the condos? Which is it?
I'm not going to disrespect the Palestinian people.
You did disrespect them when you voted for Trump, right?
No, I did not.
You did, because they're going to get leveled with Donald Trump as president.
They weren't at Trump protests.
That's disrespectful.
They were at Kamala's protests.
Okay. You were at Kamala's protests. They were at her rallies. Correct, because you guys were stupid.
So now the Palestinian protesters are stupid.
Correct. Because they were protesting Kamala, who said that she would do a ceasefire and two-state solution, instead of protesting Donald Trump, who said he wants a one-state solution. Okay? That's like me protesting the candidate in the race who says she wants marriage equality instead of protesting the candidate who says he wants to overturn marriage equality. That's like a woman protesting Kamala Harris who said she'll protect the right to choose and then not protesting Donald Trump who says he's going to overturn the right to choose. You see what you did? You fucked with the wrong candidate and now you're responsible for what's going to happen to Palestine. Okay? You own that shit.
Going on since
you own it. And you're talking about how it's been going on for decades. Is that what you're about to say? It's been going on for decades? I agree. And it's going to actually end under Donald Trump after decades of a conflict because Palestine won't be able to fight back. You understand? They're going to be leveled.
You can't blame one person.
Anyway, chat. This guy over here who protest voted. Let's ask. So again, this guy protest voted against the ceasefire. He voted for the one-state solution, which he doesn't recognize was in direct conflict of the interests of the Palestinian people. So chat, do you guys think that the condos that Jared Kushner is going to build in Ivanka Stein will have a sea view or a river view? I'm just curious because he won't answer. But see, guest, the fact of the matter is you just dehome the Palestinian people and it's not a hypothetical. Trump said that this is what he's going to do. Okay? And now we got to deal with the reality of what you just caused.
Okay, it's a multitude of reasons why.
Excuse me. I'm looking at the chat. Sea view, you guys think? Property probably cheaper on the sea, yeah? Yeah. See, and you're telling me that I'm disrespecting the Palestinian people, but I'm not because I voted for the ceasefire and two-state solution. I voted for Kamala Harris. You voted for Donald Trump. That is disrespectful to the Palestinian people because he said he's going to level them. He said he's going to finish them. So who's disrespecting the Palestinian people? Me or you? Me or you? Because if you honestly think the answer is me, then you are in fact the issue. Okay? Great.
What do you mean, okay? What are you talking about?
Bye. Folks, if you like what you're hearing today and you want to support me, my Venmo and PayPal are in my bio. Or if you haven't already, there's a follow button in the top left corner. Hit that follow button and join our little family. We do these conversations every day. I think the reality of this is that the protest voters got to own up to the fact. I think that the protest voters who were protest voting genuinely thought that even with their protest vote that Kamala would win. But then they protest voted and Kamala lost, and now they don't want to own up to the fact that what's about to happen to Palestine is on their back. They are responsible. Okay? I guess, did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Gotcha. And why do you hate America?
Let's talk about the Social Security.
No, let's talk about why you hate America.
Let me hear your claim about Social Security first.
Excuse me. You don't run my live. You understand that?
But
you don't run my live. You understand that? Hey.
So let's talk about it.
You don't run my live. You understand that?
Do you not want to talk about what your claim is?
You're not going to let me speak?
You don't let anybody speak.
Next, there's a long list of guests. If you're not going to let me get the first question, then you're not going to be on my live. I've said this 4 times now. My live stream, when you request to join, and I graciously accept your request to join my live stream, wipe your feet off on the virtual doormat, and then wait for the first question, right? You don't get to come in and tell me that you're going to ask me the first question on my live stream. Go on your own live stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Gotcha. And why do you hate women?
I hate women. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Why?
Next question.
Nope. Why?
Next question.
No. Why?
How do I hate women?
Why do you hate women? You voted against their right to choose. You have women like Kate Cox who couldn't seek an abortion, even in the instance of a non-viable pregnancy. Amber Thurman lost her life because of Georgia's abortion ban as put forth by Donald Trump. So why do you hate women?
Do you know that Trump put the abortion in the state's hands?
Why do you hate women? You voted against the right to choose. Can you just respond to that? You really don't want to talk about the right to choose?
Trump
You really don't want to talk about it?
In the state's hands for abortion.
Nope. He actually took
Yes,
the
he
right out
did.
of the, he took the right out of the hands of women and passed it up to the state. So you took away the right from women. Why do you hate women?
To choose.
Why do you hate women again?
He left
Why do you hate women?
States to choose.
Excuse me. Why do you hate women?
He left it up to the states to choose.
Nope. He took it out of the hands of women
Yes,
and passed
he
it up to the
did.
state.
Look
He
it
took it
up.
out of the hands of women, passed it up to the state. That is anti-freedom.
He left
So
it
tell
up
me
to the
again.
states.
Excuse me.
Donald Trump
Excuse
had
me.
nothing to do with
Why
it.
do you hate women?
He had nothing to do
You
with it.
hate
Next
women
question.
because?
Next question.
No, Donald Trump overturned Roe v. Wade.
I answered
So
your question.
tell me again, why do you hate women? What's your message to women like Kate Cox who are currently unable to seek an abortion for a non-viable pregnancy? What's your message to them?
What state does she live in?
Texas, Republican state. So what's your message to women like Kate
Donald
Cox?
Trump left it up to the states to decide on the
Right.
abortion.
Stripped away her right to
Didn't
choose in its entirety. She has less
Then she
rights than
shouldn't
you
li-
do.
then she shouldn't live
She
in
has
a
less
Republican
rights than her
state. She
mother
should
did
move to
growing up.
California with the rest of the
So tell me
liberals,
again.
right?
Tell me again. You're telling women that if they're in a Republican state where they can't seek access to an abortion because your party stripped it away, that they should pick up their shit and move? Is that really what you just said?
Why not?
Wow. Yeah, that's not evil. Nothing wrong with that.
No, that's not
wow.
evil, is it?
That's
No.
not evil at all. Yeah. Oh,
Why
yeah,
would you wanna
sure.
live in a
That's
liberal
totally
state?
normal rhetoric. Not anti-freedom or anti-women whatsoever. So anyway, tell me again. You're following a lot of women. Why do you hate women?
If she wants to live in a
You hate
liberal
women
state, move to
because?
California.
You hate women because?
Because I hate women. I hate women because what?
Because of what? Go ahead.
You tell me.
You got the first sentence out. You recognize that you hate women. Understood. So why do you hate women? Hurry up. Do you believe in the exceptions for great princess life of the mother? Yes or no?
Next question.
Yeah, that was the next question. Great princess life of the mother. Do you believe in the 3 exceptions?
This is about abortion, wasn't it?
You're not answering.
I'm doing what you do.
You're not answering.
You don't answer questions.
Answer. Do you believe in the exceptions? Yes or no? You have 5 seconds to answer. 5, 4.
Are you gonna block
3,
me? Oh, I'm so
2, 1. Okay, bye. Come on, answer the question. It's not a hard one. Hello? Okay, let's move on. Women of America, I am so sorry that uneducated men like that guy voted away your rights and freedoms. Like, my heart's breaking for you.
What's your question?
Can you shut up? I wasn't on you yet, man. Tone it back. I was talking to the chat. You're not my life story. You're like a fucking side quest. Get out of here. Ask me.
That's
What's
what
your
I thought.
question? Get out. Let me get up the next guest. Hello. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Ew. So why do you hate women?
I don't hate women.
Yeah. No, you do. You voted against their right to choose, didn't you? I mean,
No.
women today have less rights than their mothers and grandmothers did growing up. Women like Kate Cox couldn't seek an abortion for a non-viable pregnancy. Let's get Amber Thurman up here. She could tell you her story. Oh, wait, she can't. She's dead because of you. So tell me again, why do you hate women?
I don't hate women.
You
I
voted
agree.
against the right to choose because?
I want exceptions.
Okay, but your party doesn't, and you elected that party into the House, Senate, and presidency. So tell me again, why do you hate women? Go ahead.
With exceptions. I don't have to agree with everything he says.
You're saying that you want the exceptions. That's redundant because you voted for the party that's stripping away the right to an abortion, even in the instance of an exception, right? Kate Cox could not get an abortion. She had a non-viable pregnancy.
My party may not believe in an exception.
And you voted for that party.
My candidate
You
believes.
voted for that party.
No, totally false. I voted.
You voted for Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then you voted for no exceptions.
No,
Great.
totally false.
Now we got that covered. So my statement stands. Why did you vote away the rights and freedoms of women?
I did not.
Oh my gosh. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
So you voted away the exceptions. Okay? Great. Why did you vote away a woman's right to choose in its entirety? It's like you have two brain cells, but they refuse to connect.
Okay.
You got like two brain cells clacking around everywhere, but into each other. You heard what I said. You voted for Donald Trump. Donald Trump does not believe in the exceptions. He just said this once more last night.
Okay.
Because now he's president and he doesn't have to regulate himself.
Yeah.
Clack those two brain cells together. Why did you vote away the right to choose in its entirety? Oh my gosh.
Why were you telling people that, it's looking
Oh my
good
gosh, respond to the question.
I am. You were like, it's looking good for Harris, looking good, but yet she
Respond
lost
to the
badly.
question I just asked.
It's looking so good for Harris.
Are you guys really not willing to just have a conversation? Can you respond? Hurry up. Oh, he ran away. He ran away! Cowbell. No, we got a runner. Let's get some cow emojis in the chat. Yeah, we got a runner. Moo, we got a runner. Moo. We got a runner. Yeehaw. My gosh, we gotta herd the cattle. Gotta herd the cattle. Jamie, thank you so much for the $20 on Venmo. I appreciate the love. And Willie, thank you so much for the $5, folks. Thank you for the support. Folks, if you are supporting me on Venmo, please put your username on the Venmo as well so that I can follow you after this. I appreciate it. Hello, guest. Are you voting? Are you voting for the criminal? Or did you vote for the criminal?
My wife voted for him.
Okay, why didn't you? Your wife voted for him. Who'd you vote for?
This is a Christian country, homie. We won. That's
Okay. Oh, he ran away too. What just happened? I think it's funny how he goes, this is a Christian country. And then I immediately mute him and he got very upset and ran away. I think that's funny. I think it's funny because the Trumpers are like, you Democrats only want to censor us. Listen, if y'all going to keep saying I'm censoring you, I'm just going to do it. Right? Hello. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Oh, okay. Can I play a clip for you?
Sure.
Okay. So I am a young white man in America. And you are a woman in America. According to your party, including men like Nick Fuentes, this is the new reality for America. Let me play you the clip. Just give me one moment.
Be a female president. Never! There will never be a female president, ever! It's over. Glass ceiling? Dude, it's a ceiling made of fucking bricks. You will never break it. Your stupid face keeps hitting the brick ceiling. We will keep you down forever. You will never control your own bodies. You will never be the president of the global empire. Never gonna happen, sweetie. Your body, our choice.
That's what you voted for. You proud of that?
Where did that come from?
That's your party. That's Nick Fuentes. That is endorsed by Donald Trump. Donald Trump supports Nick Fuentes. Received the endorsement of Donald Trump.
I didn't vote for Nick Fuentes. I voted for Donald
Trump. You voted for Donald Trump and Donald Trump endorsed that. So you proud of your vote? You proud of that?
I am very proud.
Let's sit on that for a second. Let's just sit on this for a second. That's what you voted for.
No, I voted for Donald Trump.
No, that's what you voted for. Donald Trump endorsed that.
I voted for Donald Trump.
And Donald Trump endorsed that.
Roe v. Wade was overturned in 2022. If somebody's rights were going to get stripped away,
because 3 Supreme Court justices were nominated by Donald Trump, and Donald Trump overturns Roe v. Wade through those justices.
Okay, well, Donald Trump wasn't in office in 2022.
Right, but if you understand logic, which clearly you don't, Donald Trump nominated 3 Supreme Court justices, and they overturned Roe v. Wade. You understand that? Did you understand?
No, I understand.
Okay, great. So let's get back into logic here. You lost your right to choose. You voted against your own interests. I tried to help you. Let me say something that you might not like here. Again, I tried to fight for you, and you wouldn't fight for yourself, and you're so ignorant that even right now, you're still bragging about voting for Donald Trump. And sweetheart, that's not the flex you think it is. For example,
I don't think it's a flex.
Excuse me.
At all.
I voted for Kamala Harris, who would have protected the right to choose. Okay, I am the top of the fucking food chain in America. I have the fucking privilege. I'm the white man in America, and I'm Ivy League educated, ma'am. I was trying to fucking fight for you, and you're so ignorant. You're bragging about having voted for Trump now, ma'am. You lost your right to choose.
I'm just owning
you lost your right to choose. You have less freedom than me, ma'am. Listen, you have less rights than me. You're coming up here bragging about having voted for Trump as though I lost out. Again, according to Trump's America, I'm the top of the food chain. You're the bottom. And yet you're bragging about having voted away your rights and freedoms. You need to snap out of it. These next 4 years are going to be really hard for you, and I'm trying to explain that to you, and you're too ignorant to recognize it. Why would you vote away your own freedom?
I'm listening to what you're saying. I didn't vote.
You voted for Trump? You voted for Trump.
The ability to vote in local
you voted for Trump?
And states.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
I didn't. I voted for freedom. I voted for the right to choose. You voted away your own right to choose. You did that. Why would you do that?
Women have the ability to vote in local electors.
You're not answering. Why would you vote away your own right to choose?
That was changed in 2022.
Because of Donald Trump. And the final protection you had being your Democratic governors will not stand when a federal abortion ban is implemented, and it will be. Why did you vote away your own right to choose? And I just explained to you, he did overturn Roe v. Wade. He took credit for overturning Roe v. Wade. He said it last night on his Truth Social as well, that Roe v. Wade would have not fallen if not for him. So he knows he did it because he nominated the 3 Supreme Court justices. Why did you vote away your own right to choose? You understand you have less rights than me now? You understand that. You have less rights than me, but you're coming up here to tell me that I'm the loser and you're the real winner because Trump won. You have less freedom than me. You're losing your rights and freedoms. You voted away your rights and freedoms. Why? Why? Why?
I believe in the exceptions. Absolutely.
You can believe in whatever you want. There's no exceptions. You're done. You understand?
No, there are exceptions.
No, there's not. Tell that to Kate Cox. No exception. Had a non-viable pregnancy, they would not remove it. That's going to be America. Why did you vote away your own rights? You still haven't explained. You say you believe in the exceptions. I don't care what you believe in. Doesn't matter what you believe in. It matters now what the Republican Congress believes in, and they believe in no exceptions. Why'd you vote for that?
No, they gave the power to the states.
Nope. They took it out of your hands and passed it up to the states. This is a reality check. So why'd you vote away your right? You have less, do you understand you have less rights than me? You understand that? Like just yes or no, do you understand you who voted for Trump as a woman have less rights today than me? The man who voted for Kamala to protect your right. You have less rights. This isn't a yes or no, this is a you have less rights. Why did you vote away your rights? Why?
I didn't vote away my rights.
You did. You voted for Trump. He believes in an outright abortion ban. He has endorsed the 6-week abortion ban, even in Florida. Why'd you vote for that?
This was done, the overturning of Roe v. Wade, if you...
Was done in 2022 because of Donald Trump's 3 Supreme Court justices.
Yes, so realistically,
so
it didn't have anything to do with this election. It was the first term that he was in office.
No. That was the first step. Overturning Roe v. Wade was the first step, and it happened. Now Donald Trump is back in office to sign into law the federal abortion ban, which he can because Roe v. Wade is no longer there to stop him. That is why he supports the 6-week abortion ban and has endorsed it. So you need to own up to the fact you voted away your own rights, and I'm asking you why you did that. You can keep being in denial. You can keep swaying left and right on the subject to get around it. You have less rights than me now. Why did you vote for that?
If you are saying that Donald Trump is the reason that
he's saying he did. He's saying he did. He said he did.
So if he did...
It's not if he did, it's he did. You understand that?
That was done in his first term then.
Donald Trump said he overturned it. Donald Trump overturned it.
Nothing in my life has changed in the last 2 years.
Listen, Donald Trump overturned the right to choose. He overturned the Supreme Court's decision to protect the right to choose, right? His 3 Supreme Court justices overturned Roe v. Wade. I can say it 1,000 different ways. Hopefully one of those ways stick. Then Donald Trump, even though that happened when he was outside of office, was not there to finish the job. So he ran for re-election. Now he's going to implement the federal abortion ban, and Roe v. Wade, the only protection that you had to stop him from doing that, is no longer there to stop him. So you will lose your right to choose in its entirety. And not only do I know you are going to, you voted in a Republican Congress. He is a Republican trifecta. You will not have your right to choose, just as millions of women have already lost it in states like Texas, where Kate Cox could not get an abortion for her non-viable pregnancy. This is the fact. He endorsed a 6-week abortion ban. Women don't even know that they're pregnant by that time. This is an outright abortion ban. You voted for it. You have less rights than your mother had at your age. You have less rights than men across America, and that is what you voted for. You understand that you are quite literally unequal to men now because you voted to be so. That's what you wanted? That's what you wanted.
No.
But that's what you're getting.
The reality
that's what you voted for. That is the reality. If you misunderstood a single thing I said, then I urge you to go do some independent research. But again, I can tell you're incapable of having the complex to understand the facts behind what just unfolded and what will happen because you voted against your own interests.
No, I voted for my best interest.
Nope. You have less freedom today. Period. You have less rights than me. Period. We used to be equal. You know we're not now, right? You and I used to be equal. 10 years ago, we were equal. In Trump's America, I'm better than you. I have more rights than you. I voted to protect your freedom. I voted for Kamala. In Trump's America, you are less than me. That is what you voted for. You understand that?
No, that's not what I voted for.
Ma'am,
I voted for so many other things.
You understand you have less
just
freedom than
abortion
me.
rights.
Do you understand you have less freedom than me right now?
I live in a blue state.
Ma'am, you still have less freedom than me. You understand that? And you just made the case that you should be voting for blue Congress members and a blue president because you live in a blue state and that freedom's protected. Are you out of your goddamn mind? You voted red when you just said, well, I'm protected because I live in a blue state. So you should have voted blue. You just threw all the women in red states under the bus.
About the protections because my state, most states, most
Excuse me,
human beings.
You just said that you live in a blue state, so your rights protected. Then what about the women that you just voted away from? The women who live in red states who no longer have that right. Now what?
I 100% agree with you.
Listen to what I just said.
No, I'm
listening.
listening.
Nope, you need to listen again. You said you live in a blue state in response to me saying you have less freedom than me. If you're saying, well, I live in a blue state so my freedoms are protected, you voted red. So you told every other woman in a red state to go fuck themselves.
No,
That's
I
what
did
you
not,
did.
and I would never say that.
That's what you just said.
No, I said I live in a blue state.
Correct. In response to the fact that I said you have less freedom than me. And so you should have voted blue up and down the ticket and for the presidency so that you could protect women in red states. And yet you chose not to. You voted red, right? So you voted against those women. You understand the logic? I don't need you to agree with me. You didn't agree with me at the ballot box. I voted for Kamala.
No, but that doesn't mean
you voted
that
against
can't
your
have
own rights and freedoms. You did that.
I did not vote against my own rights.
If you wanted to agree with me, you should have agreed with me a week ago when you were voting. You didn't. I don't need you to agree with me now. It's too late. No. It's too fucking late.
You don't even know what I was going to agree with you on.
Ma'am, get out. Good riddance. Folks, we're ending this. I can't. Hit that follow button in the top left corner. Join our little family. We're going to continue holding folks accountable for voting as they did, because the fact of the matter is these Trumpers, as she just made clear there, were willfully ignorant when they cast their ballots, and now they need to be taught the reality of what is about to unfold for women across America. Again, the fact that in the comments section, the fact that these women are coming into the live stream and saying to me that I'm the loser because Trump won. No. In Trump's America, I'm the top of the food chain. I am a Ivy League educated white man. I was trying to vote for your rights and freedoms. I was trying to fight for you. You voted away your own right. You lost out. And the worst part is women across America who were voting for Kamala Harris to protect themselves, you threw them under the bus. And just as she said that she lives in a blue state, so she's protected, first and foremost, let's recognize, then you're telling women across America in red states that they can go fuck themselves. And secondly, when that abortion ban falls into place, that federal abortion ban is signed by the Republican trifecta in Congress, guess what? Guess what? That's coming for you in the blue states too. Your blue state won't be able to do anything about it. Because federal triumphs state. Understood? But if another Trumper comes up here to tell me how I'm the loser, let me make clear that I was fighting for you. Okay? I was fighting for you. Your rights, your freedoms. If you're collecting Social Security, I was fighting for you. You are going to lose Social Security, so I get a tax cut. But I didn't want the tax cut. I wanted you to collect your Social Security. If you're a woman and you're coming up here to tell me that I'm the loser because Trump won, guess what? I was fighting for your right to choose. You voted against your own right to choose. This is the reality. Right? So for you Trumpers who are coming up here to say, I'm collecting Social Security and I'm collecting disability, but Johnny, you're the loser, I'm the one paying for it. Donald Trump says he's going to cut Social Security and disability. So I would be getting a tax cut. And it won't make any difference to me because his tariffs are going to increase my taxes. So I'm not going to get anything out of it. But you're going to lose your Social Security and disability. Again, I'm done trying to do this. Let's all unite. Nope, I'm going to be very factual as what you're about to witness over these next 4 years. If you collect Social Security and you voted for Trump, you voted against yourself. If you collect disability and you voted for Trump, you voted against yourself. If you're a woman and you voted for Trump, you voted against yourself. These are the facts. These are the facts. All right, folks. And I want to just say something too. You know, to the folks in the chat. Sorry, my asthma's acting up. To the folks in the chat who voted for Kamala Harris, right? And who are very scared about what these upcoming years hold. I don't have a solution. Like, we don't have the Supreme Court, we don't have the House, we don't have the Senate. It is going to be a really crappy 2 years. It's going to be a crappy 2 years, and there's nothing stopping it. However, we don't have time either to grieve or mourn because in 2 years we have the midterms, and that will be our only opportunity to take back the House and the Senate to stop these next 4 years being god-awful. So, grieve today, but tomorrow, you pick yourself up because we do not have time to grieve and mourn. The midterms are right around the corner. And that is our chance. These next 2 years are going to suck shit. But if we do not work right now, then these next 4 years are going to suck shit. But at least in 2 years, we can get back to normal if we win the House and Senate. That is what we need to fight for. That is what we need to fight for. So get ready to work, folks. Because we're going to be right back to knocking doors. We're going to be right back to making phone calls to voters again. All right? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Because we can do this. And we're going to do this. All right, folks. We'll be back on tomorrow. Stay positive. We've got this. We have got this. We have had darker times and we have prevailed. We've got this. Grieve today, stand up tomorrow, and fight for the next 2 years. And we will take back the House and the Senate. See you on the